Hey guys, it's Chris. You're seeing here back from CNH Smallage again for another informative service video. The service video I've got deals with right now is parts cleaners and the different types they have out in the market. Generally, people just use to clean out their fuel system, like carburetor parts or your general soak tanks for like a big 1 or 2 gallon tank. You basically dip your carburetor in there like gunk or Mr. Gas, I think they sell like a 1 gallon tank where you just dump your carburetor and soak it in maybe like a hot solution for maybe 24 to 48 hours. Me personally, we basically do it 2 different ways over here. We mainly do it the first way, which is soaking the gunk tank in like a real hot carburetor solution. And we also do it, and we also put in it's called a digital ultrasonic. I got it right in front of me here. It's digital ultrasonic cleaner. Basically what you do is, it's an ultrasonic George cleaning tank. You basically fill it up to about 3/4 of the top of the line on here, and you put a solution. It's a parts cleaner solution. It comes in little cans about that big. It's a little white powder. Basically what you do is you sprinkle it in the bottom of the tank here, and you put your, I'll pull it out of here, get out of there. You put this thing in over top right there. Then you put your water, put like hot, or I should say not hot water because it might damage the tank itself. Put like, I'd say semi hot water in there, and you basically put the top on here, and you set the machine for the desired time on here you want. It has a bunch of different settings on this one right here. It goes up to about 450 seconds on it for the maximum allowed time on this specific model right here. And I basically put it on now for about maybe 3 or 4 times, so it's maybe about 15-20 minutes in the soak tank. This thing has a shut-off feature on it. If the thing gets too hot or gets overloaded for whatever reason, it'll shut right off, so it won't damage the coil inducer, I think, in the bottom of this thing, because it basically puts an ultrasonic pulse through the water, and whenever it does that, it basically vibrates the components that are in the tank. So whenever you put a carburetor in here that has a lot of dirt on it, you can actually see the water instantly become almost like a brownish, funny color to it. You can actually see bubbles all around the carburetor in there, and basically that's how it's working, cleaning off the debris in here. I had a carburetor from 2 weeks ago, and I only cleaned off about half the carburetor on one side, and I left the other side a little bit dirty. And I'd say after about 5 or 10 seconds, that one half side that I didn't clean off, it became instantly clean, because the carb solution plus the vibration and the pulse is going through the water right there, basically cleaned it off. So that's basically what's to do whenever it's sitting there, and that's what it does internally in the carburetor as well. So it will clean out all the little small passageways and stuff like that, and it's actually better than boiling it in carb solution, because the carb solution might get the stuff clean on the outside, but in order to get the real small holes and passageways in a carburetor, you have to have some way of either vibrating or cleaning those holes, and this is probably about the only guaranteed way to do that. And this basically solves about 99% of problems with troubled carburetors out there. So if this doesn't work, you're probably going to need a new carburetor. So that's why I recommend buying one of these things. Or you can also use it for other parts, like your gun parts and real small jewelry on your fingers and stuff like that. It basically works perfect for that stuff right there, to clean off any debris or stuff you have on right there for that. And I bought this one right here. I think it was Harbor Freight, I think, for about 70 or 80 bucks, I think, a couple years ago. So they're about 80 bucks, plus I got a maintenance agreement too with it, so the thing blows up on me, I can just go to the store and buy a brand new one off the shelf right there for it with no charge to me at all. So that's something to consider right there, just getting a ultrasonic cleaning tank like this one, and it basically almost guarantees the carburetor will be completely spotless and clean inside. And after you take it out of this thing, I recommend putting the carburetor in another bucket of really hot water, because you'll have a little bit of residue from the clean solution. You'll get a real slimy service clean solution on there, and just take it in your basement or garage and get a really extremely hot bucket of hot water, and put the carburetor in there, dunk it a few times, and basically take it outside and blow it out with the air gun, because basically since it's so hot, when you're putting it in your bog or when you're putting it in another bucket, it'll basically dry itself off on the external side really quickly, so there shouldn't be too much left to do. Then after you're done with that, get some brake cleaner and maybe put some carb, or not carb, I mean WD-40 to blow out any passageways and make sure you get all the water out of there for that. So if anybody has any questions, comments, whatnot regarding something like this, just give me a call or email me here. I preferably like email, because you can get a hold of me really quick by the one that's leaving me a thing right on my page, and I check my email probably at least twice a day. I'll see you guys.